know that people will pay more for a positive, cheerful experience than they will for just a product or service? People want to feel good. Consider when you used to get candy at Halloween. Or better yet, presents at Christmas time. Isn't that great? You feel good. Who doesn't want to feel good and appreciated? Who doesn't want to be told that they're right? Who doesn't want to be given a compliment along with a warm smile? Consider giving one of your coworkers a warm compliment, for example. Tell them how great their hair looks that day. And see if it doesn't make them feel good and pay some dividends back to you. Who doesn't want to feel good? You show me a person who doesn't want to feel good, and I'll show you somebody who you probably don't want to be doing business with. And maybe you don't even want to have them as part of your life. People are motivated and inspired by positive, cheerful, pleasant people more so than they are by just a great product or service. Now, there will always be a market for products that help people feel good, but a person who can help others feel good, now that person can sell just about anything, can't they? And you combine that person with a great product or service, and now they can become almost unstoppable. If you want better relationships and better experiences, better clients, more prospects, how about more sales or better pay? I would suggest that you make it a point to become a person who develops a positive disposition and a great outlook on life. Consider the impact that a positive, cheerful person has when they enter a room. Doesn't that room seem to brighten up a little bit? How about the effect that they have on you when you're around them? Don't you just want more of whatever that is, even if you don't exactly understand what it is? People like feeling good. The reason that successful people do this and cheerful, positive people can have this effect is because they develop this kind of magnetism around them, right? And they draw other people to themselves, and therefore they have better relationships and they have more opportunities that come their way because they're attracting those things. Whereas negative people kind of develop this barrier around them and they repel others away from them. Isn't that true? I know when I get around a negative person, the first thing I want to do is go the other direction. I don't have that energy and the time to have it sucked out of me, because dealing with negative people really requires a lot of energy. You see, positive, cheerful people give energy to others and into that room, and in return they receive energy back themselves, which allows them to continue to be positive and cheerful and motivating. Whereas a negative person, man, they just suck that life force right out of you, don't they? And anybody that they come in contact with. So that's why my reaction is to go the other way. Why is that? It's because as people, we're looking for those positive experiences. We want cheerful, positive people to be around and to be in experience with, so that we can all feel better about our lives. So let's think for a moment just about income. Now, let's say that if you want to make more money, or you think that you're not making the money that you want to make, but you're really good at what you do, then I'm going to suggest that maybe your attitude is playing a role in those results. And if we can agree to that, then the question has to be asked, well, what can I do to change my disposition into one that's positive and illuminating and cheerful? Just one that loves life and gathers others to ourselves. I'm going to share with you some things that I've done ever since I made the choice to become a person who develops a positive disposition and a great outlook on life. And you heard me right, I said a choice. You see, these things don't come by us naturally. We have to choose and be intentional about them. So here's the first thing. Avoid all negative media and news television and news radio. I know you want to pick up those little nuggets there to share with your friends, right? But the majority of that stuff is garbage, and whether you understand it or not, it's having a negative impact on your subconscious mind, and thus making you a little bit more negative, even if you don't realize it. The second thing you want to do is eliminate the can't do negative people from your life. Just get rid of them. Now, I'm not saying you don't want to help people, you don't try to help people. Absolutely, try to help them. What I'm saying is, do not hang out with them around their circles of influence and think that by some miracle you'll be able to raise their level of thinking to yours. It happens time and time again. People will bring your level of thinking down to theirs if you subject yourselves to their environments. So just avoid their environments, help the ones you can, eliminate all the ones that you cannot. Next, you want to avoid doctors and hospitals as much as possible. Okay, make these your absolute last resort. And maybe it sounds crazy to you, but there are many better ways that you can heal yourself, keep yourself healthy, so that you don't have to do that. I've known way too many people that go in and come out feeling worse, or with a new condition that's worse, or they don't come out at all. And maybe you've experienced that in your life. So avoid that as much as you can. Next thing you want to do is share your plan for positivity with others. Let them know what it's going to take for you to get from where you are right now to whatever these goals are that you're going to set. And help them understand what their role can be in that plan. The people who are important to you, who truly value you, will want to help you and even go on the journey with you. And the people who don't, well, they've just identified themselves as maybe some of those people in the can't do and negative bracket that you already eliminated, right? So you can just thank you for identifying yourself and you can go right out the door. The next thing that you want to do is treat negativity like the garbage that it is. Put a sign up in your house and in your office that says no negativity allowed. And any perpetrators of that new law or rule that you set, well, they can see themselves out the door also. It's that simple. Avoid that negativity. Finally, what I would suggest is that you start and continue your negativity diet today. Now, all these other things have to do with things around us, right? Well, this has to do with us. What kind of negativity are we putting out there? So you want to eliminate your negative thoughts, your negative actions, your negative words, and the things that you say. And start with 24 hours. And then add another 24 hours. And then another 24 hours. And then another 24 hours. So you're going to start small, but you're going to build it into a habit, a positivity habit, until eventually you convert it into this positive living, negativity avoiding lifestyle, and it will serve you greatly. These things are so important because so many of us have not become aware how negative we've actually allowed ourselves to become. You see, all the negative stuff comes at us whether we want to or not. And if we're not properly shielded with the right tools and action steps and the intentional living of bringing the positive stuff into our lives, that negativity just creeps in. And before we know it, we don't even understand why we're just feeling this negativity through our subconscious life. There's going to be nothing else, no other quality that you can develop than being a positive, cheerful person who experiences gratitude and puts that out into the world than anything else that you can do. It'll pay greater dividends. It'll open up doors for you. It'll bring relationships to you. It'll be one of the best things that you ever did. Trust me. Who doesn't want to be around a positive, healthy, happy person? You can't help but want to help people like that and be around them, right? So that is my suggestion to you, is become the forward-thinking, positive, cheerful, amazing, life-loving person that you know you were created to be, regardless of where you are in your life right now, with how you feel today, what your financial circumstances are, what your relationships are right now. I understand things are difficult. That's why it has to be a choice that you make to become that person, to draw other people like yourself to yourself. That's the law of magnetism. We get who we are, not what we want. And we all want to be happy. We all want to feel good. So thank you so much. I encourage you to do that today, and just know that you don't have to do it alone. There are other people around you that care about you, that'll support you. And of course, I'm always here to help. Feel free to reach out. In fact, if we're not connected on Facebook or LinkedIn, Twitter, go ahead and look me up. Go to my website, ivanoberon.com, or if you're watching this on my blog, you're already there. You can just look at the top. There'll be my social media links right there. If not, you can go to the website and find them in the same place. I appreciate you and I value you. I hope you're having a great holiday season right now. If you need anything, let me know. And remember, until the next video, hold your vision for what you want to create in your life. Take care.